Hello. I'm sorry for the background noises, but I am currently on a hike right now, and I felt inspired to just talk. So I received a tarot card reading today for the first time. Something that I've always been interested in but never went through, mostly because just planning it is extremely difficult. Everybody's booked out for months, and I've always wanted to go whenever I felt like the energy was there to do so. And while I'm not going to go into specific details just for my own, personal privacy, but I wanted to touch upon the subject of vulnerability, which I will be transparent here. I will be vulnerable as I should be. That he said that I lack vulnerability, which is a crazy concept to me because I have really been focusing on being vulnerable and working on vulnerability and expressing vulnerability, and maybe that's what he means. Maybe it's still a work in progress, and I am very well aware of that. Now, he asked me what vulnerability meant to me, and to me, vulnerability is just feeling and embracing even the emotions that aren't so great and you kind of want to tuck away. I have really been working on feeling those emotions and going through the motions with those emotions. And then afterwards, I will change the light and project these emotions in a more positive way. For example, if I'm feeling extremely depressed or anxious or sad or anything negative, I will allow myself to feel, and I will take time away from the hustle and bustle of my life to feel these emotions. And though that typically looks like me binge eating Oreos on the couch, watching Schitt's Creek or Manifest or something that isn't very typical of me, you can tell that I'm in a funk, I will allow myself to do that. And what I typically do is I would do this for the whole day if I could, or as much as a day as I can. And then from there, I will get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower, meditate, take a bath if I need to, and I'm cured. Maybe let out a few cries in the process, and then after that I tell myself that it is okay. Because it is okay. It's not like it's not okay. It's not like it is okay, But what's interesting what this man has told me was when he's upset, he does the same exact thing. Which is just, it's funny that we both cope in the same way. And then he said, yes, except the first time I will do it for a whole day. And the second time I'll do it for half a day. Third time I'll do it for 30 minutes a day. And so on and so on. And he'll keep decreasing the reaction time between those emotions and the reactions, which is something I never really thought of, and quite frankly it is genius. Because here I am stressing that I don't have enough time to feel these emotions, but even just 10 minutes is enough to feel those emotions and then move on with them. 10 seconds to acknowledge that those emotions are there. Just because you're not gapping a whole day out of your life to devote to these emotions doesn't mean you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Something I've been experiencing lately a lot is I will, mostly when I'm driving, I will just start crying. And a lot of the times, actually, almost all of the time, it has nothing to do with sadness. Which I think is so interesting. I haven't really cried tears of sadness in quite some time. And if it was sadness, it was a different kind of sadness. It's not my old definition of sadness. It's a new definition that is much more happier. My sadness is no longer this hole in my chest. It's like a little pinhole that I just need to patch up with a fun looking patch. Sew a little button on it, call it a button up. Or at least I think that that's the way it is, and I'm sure it might not be, or it could very well be, or, you know, there's so much uncertainty. But